family dynamics, in-laws, outlaws, and healthy boundaries. In-laws, outlaws, and healthy boundaries. In Genesis, please restart my accurate timekeeper. Genesis chapter 2, verse 24. Genesis chapter 2, verse 24. Therefore, a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. So this was God speaking, not Paul. This was God speaking, not any of the apostles, not any of the prophets. This was God speaking when he was instituting the first marriage. He did say that the first thing you do is to leave your father and your mother and be with your wife. You need to start your own family, independent of your parents. So it's both the girl and the guy, or the man and the woman will leave their parents and start their own family. And when you do that, you create a boundary. So inside that statement is a boundary line that is drawn, that is not visible boundary line, is implied inside that statement. You have to take the baby to the back. Baby have discovered her mouth, so they can't stop her. She will shout till we finish the service. Now, and it is interesting to note that the very first marriage or the very first family did not understand the message I'm preaching to you because they didn't have a pastor. Adam and Eve didn't have a pastor. So they were not told that they had to have a boundary. So the serpent came visiting. Because boundaries were not drawn. Now in their own case, God was their in-law. Then Satan was the outlaw. The outlaw is somebody who does not have any legal or covenant connection to your marriage. The in-law is a person that has a legal or covenant connection to the marriage. Like your father-in-law, your mother-in-law, your brother-in-law, your uncles-in-law, relatives on both sides that are connected to you either by blood or by covenant are grouped as in-laws. Outlaws are anyone who don't have any legal or covenant connection to your marriage. Particularly people that are trying to interfere in the marriage without them having any reason to. Friendship does not extend to marriage. If you have a friend or a colleague in the office, that relationship you have with them does not extend to your marriage. It's a professional relationship. Your pastor has a legal, a spiritual connection to your marriage. So your pastor is not an outlaw. Your pastor is technically an in-law in that marital setting because he's your spiritual father. So it makes him a part of your marriage. So you need to know the people that have a standing, that are connected. That even that they are connected doesn't mean they have a say or have their way in your marriage. Very important that you know this. So marriage was the first institution that was set up by God. And marriage became the first battlefield for man. The first institution set up by God for man, And it immediately became the first battlefield for the life, the prosperity, the spirituality, the welfare of that man started on the same ground. Satan had no business with Adam when he was alone, but immediately got married and marriage was instituted, the war started. You must understand that the enemy is more interested in your marriage than you do. Satan has more interest in your marriage, has more interest in your family than you even do yourself. So where you don't manage interference, you are inviting battles to your marriage. If Eve had been told, if she had come to this kind of seminar and she had been told that Satan was an outlaw and he must not be entertained inside the home, there is every chance all of us will still be in Eden till now. There are people you open your door to and they begin to speak into that marriage, begin to make suggestions to enter that marriage, and they came with ulterior motives without you even knowing. We hear of people who sleep with their husband, the friends of their husbands. I don't know most of the Nigerian actors and celebrities, but I think there was a particular girl that I saw a video once. I just saw the heading that this so person slept with my husband. And they were very close. You guys know the person, right? It was in the gossip meal. Who knows the person? You can tell us. Thank you. You know the person? Huh? Tonto Dike? I don't think that's the person I'm talking about. I don't want problem. More marriages have collapsed. Many marriages have collapsed. Not because of infidelity. Many marriages have collapsed, not because there is no money. More marriages have collapsed due to family interference. There was a marriage that God helped me to rescue from the brink of divorce. Then I used to run a program on radio, Marriage Clinic. Used to run on radio. On WeFM, I think. Used to be on WeFM. Marriage Clinic twice a week. I think Wednesday and Friday or so. Saturday, I'm not sure. It was Wednesday and Saturday. And so there was a couple that were the verge, I think I told their story before, they were the verge of divorce. They grew up together in the same neighborhood. They went to the same primary school, the same secondary school, the same university. Both parents were lecturers in the school. They knew each other's family. The brothers knew their brothers. They knew everybody. They pretty much grew up together in the same quarters. They got married. They started having issues in their marriage. The guy cheated on her. Then she insulted him. That's how your father also sleep around with girls. You have carried out your father's behavior to our marriage. You know, those lecturers that do runs, they know you. You might think they don't know. Everybody knows, but they will not say anything. So he now said, that's how your father will sleep with students. You have now brought that attitude now to our marriage. So he now went and told his mother and his father and his siblings. You know, so the thing now became family feud. So it was now, the fight now left their hand. It was now, the boys' family are boys. They are men. As in big guys. Even one of the boys is my friend, you know. So then the girls' family had more of girls. So the fight was one-sided. So the boys were like, this marriage is over. You know, they started fighting. So they are taking the fight from their hand. That's what happens when family are too involved. Your wife sneezes, you have gone to tell your dad. Yes, you have gone, anything that happened, you go to WhatsApp group and tell the entire family. So the thing was, they were at the verge of divorce. So a friend of theirs now told them to come and see me. So they came and we started talking. And I said, the first thing you guys need to do is to first withdraw this matter. The first mistake is that you tell your family everything. Now you have to go back to that same WhatsApp group and start telling them that, things are changing, I said, that's how you start, things are changing, That you start changing your tone. Because once you start changing your tone, they will now say, we cannot be more bereaved than the bereaved. We can't be weeping. Are you getting it now? Because your parents will take over your fight and fight dirty. Then you will now be single. They will still be married, or your parents will be, you are the ones. When my parents had problem, my mom was 28 years old. She married very early. She married as a teenager. I had all of us. She was less than 30, still looking very beautiful, young. Went back home. Dad told her to sit down. I didn't even want you to marry him before. I never wanted you to marry that guy. Sit down. Another person will marry you. Hey. Few moments later. You know that my mom suffered. So calm down. Families have destroyed more marriages than adultery. Than poverty. Family interference. And yes, when you get married, those of you that are getting married, yes, you are marrying a guy from a family, but you're actually marrying into a family. Don't deceive yourself. Because that's another thing. Say, okay, there is boundary, but you are marrying into a family. You must balance it. You are marrying into a family, and he is marrying into your family. So the two families are coming together. So what you need now is wisdom. You are not banishing your family. You are not leaving them by banishing them. But you are getting it because there are things you can't even do without your family being involved. So you must understand that dynamics now. You need to understand that balance. Because there's one girl, she just got married. And immediately she just got married, she told her husband that her siblings can no longer come to their house. The guy's siblings can no longer come to their house. That the dad said they should come and see them. She said she is not going anywhere. You don't have sense. You are very stupid. So I'm not telling you that because you should create boundaries. For the first 5 years, you must be diplomatic. You call them, you greet them, you visit them, you do that. But you limit information. My dad was telling me that you have never reported your wife to me. Never. I've never reported my wife to anybody living or dead. Never. Any matter, we would discuss it. Because the things you tell your family about your spouse, that's what they know about your spouse. And at times, like when you have children, your parents come around, they'll be looking. They'll be looking. Looking. You will not know they are looking. They are gathering data. They are checking how you guys are eating the right food. They check that right. They check. They'll now form a conclusion there. Let them be. You can tell them, look, Using my marriage as an example, when the first time my mother-in-law came to visit and all of that, she came and she now came to some conclusions that we don't have money, we don't do this. So I now called my their eldest child, my wife's elder. I said, tell mommy, she should be praying for us. You should not worry about us. That one thing is that we don't hold money, we don't beg. We might not have all the money in the world, but we'll be fine. Our children go to school, we eat, we are fine. We are not owing anybody. That the house we are living is our own. We are fine. Don't worry. They should just be praying for us that God will prosper us. So there are things your parents will do. It's because they love you. But it can come out to you wrongly. You must process it properly, if not you'll be bitter. Because you don't relate with the family of your spouse out of fear. They are witches, they are witches, they are witches. Why did you marry into the family? And even if they told you they are witches, you have to now step up spiritually, then create a spiritual firewall around your house. Are you getting what I'm saying there? So when you get married, you are marrying into a family, and two families are coming together to be part of your lives. And for you to effectively balance it, creating the boundary and creating the union between the family there requires a lot of wisdom. So in drawing the line, you must not be dishonorable. You must be very wise and be very firm. You must be wise and firm when you draw the line. Somebody was saying something, I think the guys representing the t-shirt, he was saying that the parents can suggest, but they can't command. They can't command you. My dad wanted to see my children. My daughter, after my daughter was born, I think it's cultural that when the child is born, you take the child to go and see the dad, the granddad, to pray for the child and everything. We didn't have enough money as at that time to fly. Number two, I cannot put them on the road. It's not important. It's not that important. It's too expensive for the three of us to fly to Benin. And then the flights were even one, and it's not daily flights, maybe one flight or two flights in a week. It was very expensive. So I told my dad, I said, Daddy, it's like you are the one that will come. It is cheaper for only you to come from Benin than for the three of us to enter the plane and come to meet you. That was what happened. I bought him the ticket, waited for him at the airport. He came, took picture with his grandchildren, entered the plane, and went back to Benin. There was peace in Zion. Is it not to see the child? You have seen your child. It's when they are, you see those cultural practices where all of them were living in the same village. You must understand the origin of cultural practices. In those days, Abule, you are in this place, this one happened in this place. Everybody lives very close to each other. So it's easier for you to go and say, you go and do this. There are some family cultural practices there that are no more applicable in the 21st century. It's just wisdom. It's just wisdom that you need, and you need to be very tactful and reason with them so that you don't come across as being dishonorable. Are we together there? So leaving your parents doesn't mean you are abandoning them completely. You are just there setting boundaries. And when you set your boundaries, it's not that it's not for rejection. Setting boundaries in your marriage, clear boundaries in your marriage, is for the protection of your marriage. It is your duty to protect your marriage. That is the way you protect your spouse. Immediately we got married, my mom started telling that your wife does not call, your wife does not call, your wife does not call. I immediately, while it is still hot, I told her that I don't call, and She does not even call her parents. Let us not put on her neck a yoke that none of your children carry. I said, so please, mommy, she loves you, leave her. This one should not be one of the things you are demanding. Because my wife does not call her parents every Sunday. You get it? So because there are parents that every Sunday you must call them, every Christmas you must go for Christmas. From the get-go, we agreed we are not going to see anybody. Because once you start visiting one person, the other family will say you must come to them. I remember once that I said, okay, my children shouldn't go to Lagos. Lagos is Nigerian capital. Let them form financial capital. So let them go to Lagos. At least they've not lived. They were born in Abuja. They've not traveled maybe just once. The only time my children left Abuja was Dubai. They've never gone out of Abuja. Not even Zuleja. So okay, let them even go to Lagos and go and spend a few days in Lagos. It now happened that my father-in-law also lives in Lagos. So they went to visit them. They visited my friends. They went around. When my dad heard that my children have gone to visit their grandfather on their mother's side, they now started making serious demand on family visitation. And I told them that it is not happening. We can't be doing teeth for tat. Let's not start what we cannot sustain. And because it is my own side of the family, I could put my foot on the ground. Say, no. Because once you start doing that, you have to now bring out an exercise book. Grand in-law 1, in-law 2. Christmas this year, Christmas next year. Easter this year, Easter next year. You do this. There are things you have to do on both sides. Don't get me wrong. If I'm giving my mother money, I'm giving my mother-in-law money. Fine, you can do it. But in terms of some of these unnecessary demands, you are doing things out of fear. Don't accept it. You might not have my kind of mind and my kind of wisdom and spirit, but I'm advising you as a pastor that loves you. Are you hearing that? All right. Let me give you some points this evening. Number 1, in setting boundaries, you must be guided by honor. And boundaries are important. So in-laws now, you are setting boundaries for your in-laws, your parents, your siblings, and your nosy aunties. And you are setting those boundaries so that your marriage is not destroyed. Don't allow everybody to know everything going on inside your marriage. Marriage is very private and personal. You must not do publicity and tell everybody everything going on. There are some things people should hear after 5 years. You don't owe anybody the information that your wife is pregnant. It's nobody's business that she's pregnant. It is not everybody who is pregnant in your family that you know. So don't put yourself under unnecessary pressure to tell everybody what's going on inside your life. There are times we even travel. We'll have come back before we say, oh, we just mentioned, oh, we even traveled last week. Really? We don't have to tell you. There's no place in the Bible that is written that I must tell my father before I travel. I'm an adult of my own self, in my own house, with my own money. Don't feel bad if you maintain some level of privacy. You should not feel bad about that. So you honor your father and your mother. It is your duty as a child to honor them while maintaining the boundary. Honoring them does not mean you submit absolutely to them blindly. You are not submitting everything that they want you to do is what you do. You know? They can bring suggestion to you. When you look at the suggestion, you must weigh it on one scale, on the scale of happiness. This thing that they are asking me to do, will it make my marriage better? Will my spouse be happier because of it? One of the major things that we had to deal with in our own marriage was from my father-in-law. And he had every reason to push for it. My wife schooled in England. Did foundation in England. Maybe she was like 16, going to 15, 16 going to 17. She left for England. He even took her out of school. She went, did her foundation, did first degree in England, did masters in England. Was giving her good pounds as pocket money. She lived in England almost 10 years. On his bill. Returned back to Nigeria to do law school. Then he now started, immediately she was in law school. I think she was just done with law school. She was serving when we met. Then immediately she finished youth service, we got married. So the dad started asking, started pressuring her. So work, she should go and get a job. So I was happy. We had prospects. We started looking at NCC, NNPC, on nice places. So my wife told me that she doesn't want to throw herself into career. That looking at our trajectory and how God is leading us, well, I am going to be a very busy person. She cannot be as busy as I am going to get a job in LNG. And we even had people that offered us. That's the pay. My father-in-law didn't know that even me was paying me. Because we had friends whose parents were running those places. Their parents were top guys. The chairman of LLNG was the one that brought my wife's wedding shoe from England. He brought it and delivered. The chairman of LNG brought a wedding shoe for us. Our daughter gave him the shoe. We went to get it from him at the Hilton. I'd lobbied behind her. She didn't know. I was going to lobby them that far. They said, come now, let her come. My wife said, no, she doesn't. She wants to take care of the children. That when the children are old and they are on their own, she can still do any career she wants. The priority is not money now. It's children and family values. So it's our own marriage we are mapping out. Our own parents were not like that. My father-in-law was a multi-millionaire. Doing business, left for Canada, even left them. Left to Canada. My wife would have been born in Canada. The mother was pregnant with her in Canada. Came back to Nigeria with the pregnancy, gave birth to her in Nigeria, left her in Nigeria, went back to Canada. So that is the kind of person that they are. But our own values is that, look, and she started influencing me. I'm also money, because I didn't come from a rich home. She came from a rich home. So money is not important to a rich kid. Money is important to a poor boy. You see the pressure now? Baby, what is wrong? Go and get this LNG to us. I've started calculating bonuses. She said, calm down. I'm not going anywhere. My father-in-law started pressuring. He would call me and be insulting me. That you married my daughter and you are making her housewife. I said, yes, sir. I had to be taking the blow. Took the blow for years. By the time we now became a little bit stable and I say, Daddy, come. What you were saying is not right. But the thing is this, we are happy. Because you can have money and not be happy. You must check your family. Your parents can pressure you. You go and start building a house. Say, when I was 25, I already built my house. When I was 25, I already built my house. Maybe your own destiny is to build your house at 50. You will now go and buy land. You will now be building a house. You will be drinking garri and even die before you finish the house. I am telling you that some of this family interference might be from the place of love. But you need to check it. How does it help my family? And what is our own reality and our values? My sister-in-law lives in the U.S. Pastor Chako, immediate elder sister, lives in the U.S. When she heard that Chako was pregnant with Zoe, started pressuring. Come to America. Come to America. Even me, I agreed. I'm always on the side of their family. Come to America. I say, yes, let's go. My wife told me, say, I am not going to any America. Now, wow. Go to America. Your sister is say, if you are not going to be there with me, I'm not going. I say, hey? Now, wow. We girls are looking to go to, he said she's not going to any America. I say, for the children, they'll have dual citizenship, they'll have American passport. She now told me, didn't you tell me you'll be rich? You already, are you not going to be rich? I said, I will be. He said, Ogidigbo's children, were they born in America? I said, no. Are they going to America or not? He said, when we have money, our children can go to any place they want. So we are not going to America. Don't stress me. Case closed. Then I now reminded myself that you have to be grateful. Because the time I was scoping out, those were part of the... She now reminded, did you deceive me that you will be rich? Didn't you tell me that God will bless us? I said, he said so. God will bless us. So calm down. The pressure from the sister ended, died there. And every pressure that comes from your family is not out of malice. But you have that duty to gauge it. If you accept, don't blame them. Are you hearing me? If they pressure you to do something and you accept with your hand, with your foot chest, take responsibility for it. Don't say the woman that you brought. Don't now blame your parents for the suggestion that you accepted and agreed to. If they pressure you and you accept, the fault is yours. 1,000 factors can influence your decisions, but you bear the ultimate consequences of all your actions. So my wife pushed it. And when we now check, we didn't even really have the money to go to America to go and have those children. I said, hey, there's a way they do it. You just go, you wait. When the pregnancy is heavy, you just rush to ER. You just do it and you escape. Now, with Donald Trump, what he's doing now, they'll go and bring those files. There are people that they will send them email that you cannot enter America again. With the way they are going now. With the way they are going. So you respect your parents, respect their opinion, but every decision you take is yours. So you can give them a seat at the table of your life. Critical decisions want to be taken. You allow them to have a seat and have a say. But the steering wheel is inside your hand. The direction the family goes is your choice. I've seen people that parents will just go and tell them, now, you need to move to America now with your family, and say, yes, ma'am. Carry money, they are gone. There are certain decisions they can tell you to do. Like my dad told me to buy land in the village. Told me, buy land, come on, buy land. The first land I bought was in my village. $250K. He pressed me. There's a land they are selling now. Bring the money. I sent it. I'm grateful I did. Because that land is like $5 million. Because the new governor that came just did the road from Ughelli to my village. There's street light everywhere. They did, even the places they've not built houses, they've done road, tarred road. Everywhere. When my wife came to my village, she said, this is not a village, this is a town. Everywhere tarred. From my village to Ugelina is 5 minutes. It's like driving from here to Galadima. And that is the road the governor takes to Asaba. The current governor lives in Warri. His office is in Asaba. He goes to Asaba every day. So that road runs through my town. So the shortest road to Asaba is through my town. So they had to do dual carriage. So recently I was trying to buy land for my brother. When they told me the price, I said, I'm coming. So there are times they will give you suggestion. If you will not maybe come and buy land or do some things, well, you can do that. But any decision you take is yours. But you must accept your parents are witches or wizards. That is when they will give you advice from a place of evil. But typically the pressure that comes from them are with good intentions. But you must process it within your own reality, whether to accept it or reject it. And in rejecting it, you must do it honorably. Remember, Jesus' mother came and started asking Jesus to perform miracle. Jesus said, Mommy, my hour has not come. Then when he turned, God said, you had better listen to your mom. So he now went and did the miracle. Praise the name of the Lord. Now let's look at outlaws. Giving boundaries to outlaws. Outlaws are unauthorized influences. Influencers, voices, and relationships that are unauthorized. They don't have any covenant connection to that marriage. They don't have any relational connection to that marriage. They don't have any right to exert any influence in your marriage. Can be friends, can be exes. You know, some exes who call you to say they are checking on you. Don't check on me. You are not a doctor. Even if you are a doctor, I am not on any relational checkup. I'm not sick. Don't check on me. Don't call me. Don't send me. Don't tell me I'm checking on you. You see that checking on you, you can check out of your marriage. There are some people that should not check on you. It is not right for an ex to be checking on you. They have marked your marriage for demolition. When they put X, they put X on a building. It's okay. Okay. X. When you see X, you soon be ex-wife. Oh. My ex-wife. You hear people say my ex-wife. There were people there were ex that were checking on them and they were not sensitive to those outlaws. And they became ex-wife. My ex-husband. Outlaws can be friends who are introducing things to you that can destroy your life. Introducing alcohol. Asking you to go to some places. Introducing, let's go to places that are illegal. There are places a responsible man should stop going after getting married. There are certain relationships a responsible woman should no longer have after getting married. You can't be a married woman and all your friends are single girls. Something is wrong with you. Those people are outlaws. All of them. You must immediately start changing your friends. Or you're a married woman. All your friends are divorced. What do you want to be hearing? What kind of discussion do you want to be having? I said, they are my friends. They are my soul sisters. Soul sisters. Egbe soul sisters. You are in the same WhatsApp group in your secondary school. What's that group? I still maintain that secondary school WhatsApp group is one of the worst things that have happened to mobile phone. Because some of those people in that WhatsApp group, as far as they are concerned, you are still 15 years old. Some of them you've not seen for 30 years. The only image of you that they have is you in shorts. You can, no matter your degree, you are Sonny to them. You will remain Sonny. Sunday. Some of them call the EA, they call my old line. I want to speak with Sunday. Sonny, hey, long time. You just say, oh my God. They will bring back demons from your past. There's a lady who was telling me that was how her husband went followed some of those rascals, started drinking. Those ex-militaries, NMS. He went to NMS, Navy boys. Nah, those were rough. Before you know it, they've carried you to Tombola. You have gone. So you know, so even if you don't know what they call Tombola, you know they'll carry you to Tombola. They'll wet you with drink. Bring babes. Eat suya. Yeah, we're just hanging out with the boys. Well, they'll bring one girl for you. All of us are nobody. All of us are doing it. All of us are married. Even your wife is doing her own day. Before you know it now, you are gone. Outlaws. Outlaws can be relatives that are forcing some cultural practices on you. This is how we do it in our village. This is how we do it in our family. This is how we do it. You draw the line. Say, hey, auntie, I beg, calm down. I beg. When your marriage breaks, those same people will say you are stupid. Say she can't even keep a simple marriage. They will not even know that you're the one that caused it. Let me give you a practical example. When we were getting married, I told my wife, I said, my mom is a very nice woman. Very enterprising, very sweet. She knows how to cook. She loves us. But when she's not happy, once she's angry, if she doesn't destroy something, she's not calm. And you cannot beg her. I'm the only one in the family that can call my mom and say, Mommy, enough. She doesn't listen to my dad. She doesn't listen to anybody. When her head is hot like this, that's the end. On many occasions, I have been called by my in-laws to come and solve problems in their home when my mother is there. And usually, it is when she comes from Mugo. You know Mugo? When my mom comes from Mugo, and it now depends on how rich you are. Now, this is me after years of research and observation. So she comes, when she's done with her Mugo, it's business. She'll give you list. She wants wrapper. If you don't give her everything on that list, it's war. She will fight. So, and I'm the one they will usually call. I will call her and say, Mommy, don't worry, I'll give you the money. Just, Mommy, calm down. So after observing, I've intervened like 4 or 5 times like that. So I now told my wife. I said, my mom will not have any occasion to come to my house for Mugu. I said, thank God your mother is not dead. And she had gone to my sister's house to do Mugu because she's the mother of the girls. In this case now, I am her son. You are not her daughter. It is your own mother that will come and do Mugu in your house. I had told my wife before she even got pregnant that I know my mom. She will lobby. I said, I will not allow 2 people in my house or Mugo. She's not going to come to my house or Mugo at all. So we had our first child. My mother came, did the Obugo, left. There was peace. And based on some of the things I heard about the culture, I bought wrapper. She said, no, please. No, my mother-in-law, no, please. No. She even gave us money. No problem, please. I said, thank God, though. When our second child was born, my elder sister that lives in Abuja, the one that comes to church, had gone to meet my wife inside the hospital room in the ward. I started lobbying for my mother to come. That it was your own mother that came the first time. Let my mother also come this time. My husband said no. He said, tell him. Because she knows she can't come and tell me. Tell him. So I just came into the room, the ward. Just gave birth. As she just realized, hey, stop! We're not yet. Hey, we're not yet that. That matter is closed. I told my sister, I said, hey, you people should not start that nonsense with me. If problems are in this house now, you will not be there. You now say my wife has disrespected my mother. Please. If your mother come and beat if your wife disrespects your mom, they will not know what caused it. That's why they will now bring out family lists that you have to kill goats. Please. She's not coming. She can come and visit her children. And when she comes, she is not even entering the kitchen. We'll give her everything that she needs. VIP treatment. Don't allow anybody to come and put cultural practices. There are aunties they might send. There are elder siblings they might send. There are uncles they might send. Draw the line on the ground and say no further. They are outlaws. Number 4, outlaw. Manipulating prophet. Woli. Spiritual consultant to your family, extended family. They can come and tell you one prophet said, beware. Don't listen. No. Go and pray. There are a lot of people who didn't marry who they were supposed to marry because a prophet said. They can even tell you they dreamt. Oh, I dreamt that you were fetching water and you were sweating. And she was standing by herself. You were sweating. This marriage will not work. It will not work. The dream might not mean that you are fetching water. It might mean that God is telling you that you need to change the work you are doing. To a work that does not require use of your hand, to use your brain. That might be the dream. Just imagine if your mother was the one that dreamed that 7 cow came out of the river and swallowed, 7 lean cow came out of the river and swallowed 7 fat cow. Hey, blood of Jesus. Every marine spirit that is after our family, die. It was 7 years of famine, 7 years of abundance. That tell your son that for the next 7 years, let him save 80%. Because another 7 years is coming where there will be shege. You are binding marine spirit. Outlaws. There are people that will invite you to some things you don't accept. Nehemiah was building. Tambalas and Tobias came. They say, come. He said, we are too busy building. We are not coming. It's not every family function you go for. There's a man and his wife. And let me tell you something. So, some of the things you need to even to protect your family is that you don't travel home all the time. Do you know Jesus had to run to Egypt for 12 years? No, for 10 years. It was about 2 when they left for Egypt. It was 12 when they returned. For 10 years, God told them to be away from their family. Any little thing you have traveled. There was a man and his wife who were not getting pregnant. I was praying for them, praying. And I said, God told me that there's a land in the village they are fighting after. Tell him to tell the uncle that he's not interested in the land. And he should stop going to the village. Any little thing, particularly those from the east. Any little thing like this, Christmas, we are gone. In Newi has come. You are in Newi. Enter night bus. Like if you don't do Christmas in a bar, you cannot be well with your soul. It's very important that you protect your family. Too much overexposure. So it's not any little thing you have gone to village. There are some occasions you send money. Not every time. That's when they come. They'll not be looking at you. Hey, how far now? Are you pregnant now? Well, now you people should work hard though. Work hard. You're not working. How about our son is working hard though? Because we want to come and eat rice. So they are trying to get information from you. Don't expose your family too much to relatives, and not every invitation to things you must accept. When my grandmother was being buried, I was very close to my grandmom, my father's mom. Quite close. I liked her. I've gone to see her a few times, When she was being buried, the Holy Spirit told me, don't go. My dad called me, you have to come. He said, don't go. I went. As I was entering my father's house, the compound, because the ceremony was holding, she lived in my father's house, she died. And as I was entering the compound, one of my aunties, the one that is a witch, the known witch, the one that had confessed she's a witch. Not that I'm saying this one confessed she's a witch. A practicing witch. So she was at the door. I met her at the entrance as I was entering. Then she asked, he said, whose child is this? So he was asking my dad. My dad said, shut up! Shut up! Because my father is the oldest in the family now, and the culture is that the oldest man can't be killed by witches. Once you have become the oldest man in the village, you have become a god in the. So the witches not agree. You can't touch him. So because of that immunity, he can talk to witches anyhow. He said you should get out. So the next thing that auntie had gone in was now fight have started with my mom. My mom was now begging her, please don't be angry. See, she was trying to know whose child that was. My dad said, what's your business? It was my matter. It was me that was trying to know who is this person that just came. But I didn't really pay attention to it. We did the ceremony, did everything. I was going back. In my mother's town, we were on top speed going to catch a flight in Warri or Benin or so. That's how one vehicle carrying pure water just entered in front of us. We're going to run into the guy. Our driver swerved, hit a wall. Our journey ended. We had barely taken off for 30 minutes. Journey ended. My mother was asleep. This was around maybe 6:30 in the morning. She jumped up from her sleep. What happened to my sons? Myself and my younger brother were inside the vehicle. She jacked up from the sleep, knowing something had happened to us. No scratch. Nothing happened to me. Diego said, I told you not to come. There are certain invitations you accept. It's warfare you are going for. And because you want to please family. If not for the covering and the oil and the assignment and the mandate, I'll be in the grave. So saying no to certain family invitations is a type of boundary and protection over your own family. So the boundaries you set must be informed by the Word of God and by the Spirit of God, and also your family values and vision and your current financial reality. You consider what are your values, what are the aspirations, what are the things your family, what is the corporate vision of your family. They are the things that should inform the kind of things you allow and the things you don't allow. You allow the Word of God to guide you. And the husband and the wife must agree that this is what we want to do. This is how we're going to do it. It is for the sanctity, the security, and the integrity of your marriage. God fenced the Garden of Eden for a purpose. Because where there is no edge, the serpent can bite. So boundaries is one of the ways the enemy knows that they cannot go beyond this. You create that boundary there around your children, around your family, around your marriage. At a time when we were starting out in our marriage, we had a lot of people living in our house. A lot of people were living with us. We had maybe 2 children. All the girls were there. We had guys. After some time, we moved the guys out to the BQ. We moved them later on. Then when we moved house in 2020, for the first time, just myself, my wife, and our children were inside our house. Every other person living with us were in the BQ for the first time. They just were living alone. It was my brother-in-law who said, look, it's high time your children, you now have 4 children, let them begin to have their own space. So having their own space, you have to create that. You protect your children. It's your duty, not sentiment. There was a girl that came to live with us. Then we told her that, look, as you come to our house, we don't want you to do anything for us. We don't want you to cook for us, but you can come and eat. Don't do anything for us. Just come, eat, but to look after our children, bathe them, we don't want you to do it. Don't bathe our children. We are not giving you accommodation because we want you to become our help. We are helping you by giving you a place to stay. She was offended. She was offended. She left church because of it. She went and started telling people that she wasn't welcome in our home. We don't know you. How can I allow you to be bathing my children? You didn't have a house to stay. You were homeless. You needed an accommodation in Lokogoma, close to where you work. It's not that you don't have where you were staying, but you needed to stay closer to your work. And we gave you a place to stay. And we now told you cannot bathe our children. You can't do this for us. Then you are angry. You can be angry. I can't apologize for that. So you can, is there a feeling that maybe we think, no, we don't think. We are protecting our children. You don't bend your decision because you want to please someone. I should please you, then you now harm my children. So there's no big deal there. And as a rule, my siblings can't even live with me. They can visit, but they can't live with me. I won't allow any of my siblings to come and live in my house. Because the energy siblings bring is different from the one that people that you are helping bring. Don't deceive yourself. That's why they'll be reminding your wife the culture that every sibling is older than the wife. Are we there? Let me end on this note. Let me speak to how do you handle toxic relatives and very strong cultural expectations. Let me give you some quick points here. Number one, don't allow deliberately protect your family from toxic relatives. Know who is who, and don't bend. Don't apologize. Don't compromise. Be firm. Then have a reputation they all know. Don't allow anybody to guilt trip you. Don't allow anybody to use money to manipulate you. And don't fall to every traditional demands. Any cultural expectation that they bring, weigh it against scriptures and refuse to be emotional. If they are pressing you to do anything, tell them that you just check it in the light of scriptures. If you violate the scriptures, you don't leave it. Are we there? When Lot became very toxic in Abraham's home, he told him to leave. No sentiment. So don't accommodate anybody inside your life. Don't permit anybody to bring negative energy into your marriage in the name of relative or blood or stuff. Don't allow it. If you allow it, it's your fault. And to the singles, let me say, shine your eyes. Don't allow love to shock you. And you don't pay attention to the family you are getting married into. So put all the cards on the table. Let them know what's going on there. Check the body language of your in-laws. Check the body language of their siblings. Try to understand the kind of family you are getting married into. If you know you will not respect your father-in-law, don't marry their son. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? If you know that you will not respect their father-in-law, there's a particular girl whose parents are very educated, but her father-in-law, who had a son that is very educated, but the man can't speak English. She's ashamed of the boy's father. Why did you marry their son? Well, are you mad? Because the man can't speak English. The same man who can't speak English sent him to university, and you must even honor him that he didn't have education. So if you know you will not respect your father-in-law, don't marry their son. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? Don't go and marry somebody's son, then yank him from the family. One of the things that parents fear is that they don't want a woman that will take their son away. They don't want a man that will take their daughter away. There are anybody that is telling you can no longer talk to anybody, you can't talk to friends, you can't talk to siblings, run for your life. They can use it for ritual. Are you hearing me? I told you guys of one lady who was telling me that she can't stand strangers. So she doesn't like strangers. She doesn't like me. No. So please, if you know that your in-laws are people you will not honor and respect, particularly, both of you live in the same city. If my in-laws were living in this city, maybe they are living in, let's say, Karu, or they are living in Asokoro, and they ask me to come. Even if they ask me to come if my father-in-law calls me now and tell me that I should come to see him, I'm on the plane going to see him. They don't need to tell me why they want to see me. If he say, okay, maybe out of an obligation, they want all the family to come, I can negotiate with him. You must not dishonor the parents of the person you marry. So when you go and visit, when they go and visit, then you see that, I can't honor this man. When you leave the place, Kai, son, I can't marry you. Son, honey, this thing will not work. I was broken to my heart when a guy came and complained to me how the wife he just married dishonored his parents. When I investigated, it was because they were poor and uneducated. If you plant that kind of seed, the harvest that will be waiting for you in front. God will make sure you get a daughter-in-law that will multiply that pain by 100 and serve it to you very cold. Once you marry someone, and let me also say this to those who marry last-borns. If you marry a last-born boy, last-born who is a boy, that is close to the mom, it is by love you win. Because mothers and their last-born, like my wife and my son now, is very strong. He's even competing with me at times. Then if you now marry, you don't fight your mother-in-law. You love your husband to stupor. You love him to stupor. You use love to stoop his heart and disconnect the mother from there. And if he's 35 years, he has been loved by that woman for 35 years. You need at least 35 years to win. All right. Amen? All right, let me take questions. Questions, if there are questions. Good evening, Pearson. What if there was someone your husband liked, although didn't date, that still communicate with him? That is even the most dangerous. Yay! It must excommunicate. There must be excommunication. All communication must cease. If not, your marriage will cease to exist. The one that he liked didn't date. Hey, that fire didn't find expression. Let him stop talking to them. Next question. How do I handle my closest friend who seemed withdrawn from me after an issue she had with my husband that was resolved despite my effort to call and chat her? Leave her alone, I beg. Pray for her. Plead the blood of Jesus. Pray for her. Send her gift. Leave her alone. That person might not be your friend. That person might not just be your friend. It might be a closet enemy for all you know. Because most times you don't really see your best friends very well. No? The people you call your best friend might even be your worst enemies. There are some issues that come up that expose some friendship. If you have resolved your parents and leave them alone. Let your husband be now your new best friend. Leave the person alone. You have done everything that needs to be done. If they don't want to be, if they become cold to you, leave them alone. You can't force people to love you. I have a friend like that who became angry, offended, just stopped talking with me and all that. I didn't even realize. It was one of our friends. I said, the guy has cut him off. When I reached out to him, he had blocked me on all platforms. We reached out to his wife. That I want to speak with him. He said he doesn't want to talk to me again. When I reached out, I said, no, he doesn't want to talk to me. What do? I can't reach you. You're angry. The brother who is a pastor, I told him that this boy is angry. He didn't say anything again. That one is nothing I can do. I'll now kill myself because you're angry. No problem. Bye-bye. Next question. My friend is in her late 20s and she's being mentored by a pastor. He's separated from his wife. He fancies her somewhat, but is respectful about it. Is this okay? I wish you had added how old this pastor is. Separated from his wife. Tell your friend to leave the pastor alone and be far from the pastor. And he should go and look for a new mentor. And the mentorship should be from the pulpit. Am I not your mentor? Huh? The real way to mentor people is from the pulpit. Not mentorship of... The pastor should not have private mentorship session with anybody. I don't have any private... Even if there are people I want to be mentored, I will refer them to people in this church. If I sense that there's grace of God upon your life, I will say, okay, go and meet Pastor Jane. I will transfer you to other people to mentor you on my behalf, vicariously. I will mentor you by proxy. Not that you come to my office and now I can have a one-off session or one, maybe once in 6 months, or if I'm interested in what you are doing, we'll talk. But to even give you my number is hard. It's hard. Please tell your friend to leave the pastor alone. He's separated from the wife. He's not divorced from the wife. The separation is not divorce. They are separated. Even if they are divorced, do you want to marry a divorcee? You want to go and carry battle on your head? Pastor left someone. A wife left a pastor. You are the one that want to go and use your fresh 20-something years old head to enter war. Okay, well done. When demons start beating you in the night, you know. Tell her to leave him alone. And when a pastor is interested in you, you are in trouble. A wounded pastor that is bleeding his heart. Tell her to give him space. It's not okay. It is not okay. If the pastor wants to get married again, he should go and look for somebody that is mature like him. Maybe somebody who also had a child. You didn't mention that he has a child. Somebody in his own, maybe a former divorcee. So that if they want to be mad, they will be mad at the same level. Because one thing is that if somebody had been divorced before, to get divorced again is very high. Very high. The tendency to divorce again after you have been divorced is very, very high. They told me this, I didn't believe. I wedded a guy. One guy came to meet me. And people who separated from their spouses, half of the things they tell you are lies. Half. They will lie. The guy will come and lie. He lied. And he has mouth. He lied. I started pitying him. And he had this very beautiful girl. The wife, beautiful girl. Like model. Married her. And in my mind, I started making excuses. I said, well, if I can't even if this wedding, I will do it because of the girl. She had never been married before. But this guy is divorced. But this girl has not been married. Let me do it because of the girl. So I had to, my mentor told me, don't wed them. The best thing, do it in the office. I said, but the girl. So we did very elaborate. They became limousine. As in, limousine, nice. Everybody was there. After 5 years, while I started again. The same things he did in the first marriage. He brought into the same marriage. And it was a demonic pattern. In the first marriage, he had 2 children. In this marriage, 2 children. One day, the girl called me and said, she has left. I've left him. I've left him. She left. They went to court. They divorced. Even the same divorce lawyer who did the first one was the same person that did it. He had experience. He had experience. The divorce, even said, I know it will be very quick. I will not even argue. I know what we did the first time. We will not do the same thing. Within 1 month, the divorce official, they left. Because somebody who have killed before can kill again. Leave him alone. Go and look for a fresh boy. So you both of you make your mistakes together. Not somebody that's come with experience. And you might even look like the wife. They are using you to heal. Next question. What should I do if it's been 4 months since I proposed and she's still praying about it with no response? I'm losing patience. I'm like 4 months. Are you in this church? Or you are online. You must be online. You can't be in this church. 4 months. Was there any long proposal I read in the Bible? Mr. Ken, do you have any life example of 4 months in waiting? You proposed. No. Let me wonder. Is it proposed like you gave her a ring? Is that what they call proposal? Or you went to... No, I want to think this proposal is not that. It's not that you gave ring. Huh? What do you guys think about this? This one is to date, Abby. If they keep you waiting for 4 months, you have mind. You have tried. You have tried. Go and withdraw your proposal. Go back and tell them that, okay, it was with my mouth I proposed. With my mouth, I hereby withdraw my proposal. And you move to another. Are you hearing me? There's a guy in this church who, I love that guy. He came, he told me that he wanted to talk to a girl. I said, go ahead. When I spoke to the girl said no. He came back after 1 month and said, I've seen another person. I said, go ahead. Immediately, he has talked to another girl. The girl agreed, bam, they were married. Sharp. No waste of time. You propose, they keep it beyond necessary. You go and unpropose. You withdraw your proposal. You know, you can say, I want to withdraw. You withdraw it. 4 months. Well, the other person you are liking, you are better quickly so that they now waste your time. That was 4 months. A chicken that was born in 4 months is not an adult. Give me the last question. Last question. Good evening, Pison. How can I handle a lady who is open to everyone except the fact that I don't like? How can I handle a lady who is open to everyone despite the fact I don't like that attribute? But there's affection and love for her. She's open to everyone. How do you mean? Friendly. She's a very friendly. And what is wrong with being friendly? You want a private person, but you have affection. Look, the thing is this. If you have a problem with a person who is everywhere, leave her alone. Just leave the girl alone. She did not tell you to like her. She was on her own. You are the one that came and liked her. And you can see the way that she hugs, she laughs, she's a playful person. If you marry her, you will start fighting. So leave her alone. If you know you cannot undo that openness, leave the daughter of Zion alone. Let her be herself. There is somebody who will like her for being like that. Let the person come and marry her. Are you hearing me? So please, go and look for the quiet, reserved, and closed person that you might not now like. See, that's why you see your emotions can be funny. Some things you don't like now, you might like later. Some things you like now, you might hate later. So weigh it properly. But if that openness is a problem, please leave the person alone. You are blessed.